excess body weight, and approaches to its reduction. In this video, we will analyze what the body mass index is and learn how to calculate it. I will briefly tell you what obesity can lead to. And so let's start. Excess body weight and, especially its extreme degree, obesity, are a factor of increased risk of heart and blood vessel diseases. Weight estimation. To estimate the weight mass, it is recommended to use the body mass index (BMI) indicator. Body mass index (BMI) is a simple ratio of body weight to height, often used to diagnose obesity and overweight in adults. The index is calculated as the ratio of body weight in kilograms to the square of height in meters (kgm2). The optimal BMI is in the range of 18.5-25 kgm2. Overweight is registered with a BMI equal to or greater than 27 kgm2, but less than 30 kgm2. Obesity with a BMI equal to or greater than 30 kgm2. In children, when determining overweight and obesity, age should be taken into account. A person with an overweight body is recommended to reduce the weight ideally to the optimal one. However, for many, this is difficult to achieve. In such cases, it is recommended to reduce the total weight by 10% from the initial one or to a BMI equal to or less than 27 kgm2 and maintain it at the achieved level. Possible diseases. The greatest susceptibility to heart and vascular diseases as well as diabetes mellitus are people with a predominant deposition of fat in the abdominal cavity, that is, with the so-called abdominal or central obesity. In abdominal obesity, the abdomen and waist circumference are mainly enlarged. An indicator of abdominal fat deposition that is already dangerous for the health of the heart and blood vessels is the size of the waist circumference in men 94 cm, in women 80 cm. A waist circumference above these values indicates the need to take measures to reduce body weight. Weight loss is possible by reducing the caloric content of food and increasing physical activity. When assessing the caloric content of your diet, it is useful to know that the average daily caloric content of food with a normal body weight is on average 2,500 cal for men, 2,000 cal for women. In order to achieve a reduction in body weight, it is necessary to reduce the caloric content of the diet to 1,800-1,200 cal day, that is by about 1/3. Weight loss should be slow, by 400-800 g per week. This is the ideal rate of losing extra kilograms. Losing weight faster makes it extremely difficult to maintain the success achieved. Fats have the highest caloric content, due to the predominant reduction in the consumption of which it is rational to reduce the caloric content of food. When splitting 1 g of fat in the body, 9 cal of energy is formed. When splitting proteins and carbohydrates, 4 cal. However, it is not necessary to reduce the consumption of fats less than 30% of the caloric content of the diet, since this usually increases the consumption of quickly digested carbohydrates in the form of sugar, sweets, honey. This also leads to an increase in body weight. An increase in blood glucose levels contributes to the development of type 2 diabetes, as well as a violation of the normal spectrum of blood lipids that contribute to the development of atherosclerosis. The first and simplest step in reducing the caloric content of food can be to reduce the usual portions of meals consumed for a particular person by 1/4 or 1/3 part. After all, everyone knows what portion of a particular product he usually eats. Therefore, if you do not want to do calorie calculations, it is easiest to give up a third, quarter, of each dish you consume. It is also effective to switch to the preferential consumption of low-calorie products instead of high-calorie ones. In order to lose weight, various types of diets have been developed. They are usually based on the consumption of low-calorie foods or drinks. Examples of this approach are the replacement of fatty meat dishes with fish dishes, the inclusion of vegetable, fruit, protein, rice days. Medical treatment of overweight is used in cases where it was not possible to reduce weight by reducing the caloric content of food and increasing physical activity. There are medications of different mechanisms of action, but they have undesirable side effects and should be used only under the strict supervision of a doctor. Thank you for watching it. If you liked it, you can subscribe and put likes. A lot of interesting things are expected in the future. You can also write in the comments what you would like to know.